make sure. And it seems like it all is working just fine. All right. Audio's up. Everything's looking good. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It is, of course, me, Wheels, again, here on this lovely Saturday morning. And we're having a little bit of remix and coffee together. Coffee, contemplation, and wow. So we're going to dive in, have a good time, and ain't no stopping us now, as they say. Oh, and I hope you all are having a fantastic weekend, because I know I am. And I hope that you are as well. Let's play some remix. What do you say? What do you think? What do you think, guys? What do you think?
Wubba lubba dub dub!
Let's do it. Start this party with a bang. I got to start logging out in the proper place to get rested. I must have been tired the last time I played. And I just logged out randomly wherever the hell I was at, which is, it's not good for that rested XP. Now, damn it, it says there is a plant here. There it is. There it is. We have found the plant. We have found him. It also says we got some nonsense over here in the ground. Oh. I don't know what it is about this second character playthrough on this, though, that like my drop chances for mementos is exponentially higher. Let's beat this rare's ass. I think it's a giant fish. Get over here. No. Voodoo palm. Ooh, Band of Twisted Bark. Hey, appreciate the follow there, Mr. Cosmic. How are you this morning, sir? Etc., etc., etc. Let me make sure. Kiddo's up a little too early. I do not have children, so I cannot say that I understand that, but I can imagine. I can imagine where that could be a little frustrating. It's Saturday, you're wanting to sleep in, and they're just like, nope, awake you shall be, Father. Unbelievable. I don't have that problem. I mean, I can pretty much sleep in if I want to, and I'm not trying to compare people's children to my dogs, but they do be waking me up to feed them, so I guess that's about the closest I can get in a comparison, is my dogs will wake me up and be like, hey, time to eat. But the good thing about that is I can go right back to sleep because they're independent. They just can't feed themselves. There we go. Get that updated. All right. What were we doing? I think we needed to go back to... Oh, you know what? We can just fly around for a second, I think. Wait, hold on. Is this one of those empowered dudes? I don't know. We're going to find out. Good morning, Dashed. What's up, buddy? How are you this morning, my good sir? Oh shit, I need to be using that ability way more often than I am. But hey, I am right there with you, my good sir. Good old cup of Joe. Really get the blood pumping. I had some couple hard-boiled eggs for breakfast. I'm gonna crush this stream and then it's off to the gym. It is leg day. Indeed, thou shalt pump it up, as you've said. Dom gets it. Dom's like, yeah, I'm not a huge fan either, Dom, but I feel like if I'm going to do, I just do push, pull, leg. That's what I've been doing since I started. We're just going to do push, pull, leg day, 3 days a week. And yeah, leg day is usually the least favorite. I do much prefer push and pull days, but we're gonna knock it out, and it's gonna be fine. And then we'll enjoy the rest of our Saturday. I tell you what, I could probably go for a dun. Is this what is this? We'll see if we can queue up for a dungeon real fast. Knock out a dungeon. I appreciate the follow there, Zero Chill. Thank you, my man. Appreciate you. Thank you. I think we need to fly around and kill some of these demons that are in the sky. Sky demons, if you will. There they are.
Harpies from the Haglands are unleashing their perverse magic upon wildlife in the Screeching Crag. We don't know how to counter their curses. Please, stop this madness.
All right, there's some right there. There we go. All right. Shit, I've still got... Oh. All right. I guess that dungeon wasn't going to happen. There we go. Did I seriously miss that? This is Sacred Peak. Is for hunters alone. Oh, shit. My bad. My bad. I guess we're going this way. Bing bong. Do 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 do. You know what? I don't even have my combat text turned on. There we go. I don't know why it does that. It turns it off every time I log out, and I have to manually turn the shit back on with a macro that I made nonetheless.
Defensive. Defensive.
Well, we're eventually going to kill all this. I'm sure of it.
Defensive.
Jesus Christ. A 6-minute cooldown.
Defensive.
That's insane.
Defensive.
This bull's taking a little bit longer than I thought it would, but that's okay. Better wait on everybody. Sure would hate to pull this without the group. All right, let's go, gang. Do it.
Shockwave.
Feed on your essence.
Hey, it's bumming me out just a little bit. Did I get in a group of like fucking 3 healers or some shit? Because I was in a group like that the other day where it was a bunch of people that were in like healer specs for whatever reason. I don't know how the hell that happened, but it made the dungeon drag.
Rise and join our cause.
I don't think you want them to get to him, but I don't really remember. I don't think it matters. I think he's gonna die soon. We got it for sure. Oh yeah, yeah, that's what it'll do. Is it'll basically kill everybody if they get too many of those. Won't kill me, but this group is bumming me out.
Shockwave.
Feed on your essence.
Run away.
Nailed it.
Now I see.
Come on, open this fucking door.
It is gone.
Open the door, homie.
Aren't the ones who did this?
Weapons of order. Dog, I don't know.
I understand now.
Surely we would pick that, right?
Talos, you must
Surely that's the way to
stop
go.
this.
Invaders have breached the passage to the crypts. Ilisana, you must hold them here. We have much to lose. Your father's life most of all.
You need not worry. I will not fail Atosius. Men, the invaders come for us. Do not.
I gotta be honest, I don't really know how much they can handle, so maybe I won't pull too much here.
Shockwave. Crowd control. Shockwave. Crowd control.
What the hell? What the hell? What the Harry?
Shockwave.
Okay. Bullshit.
Crowd control.
Okay. Fantastic. We all happy? Cool.
Shockwave.
Get over here. Chi Blast.
Crowd control.
Little Christmas gift for everybody. Kazam. When it's a rockin', don't come a knockin'. How'd that guy die?
Crowd control.
What are y'all standing in? This is what happens. This is what happens when everybody's like, you don't need a healer in Legion Remix. It's like, well, it fucking looks like some of y'all do.
Crowd control. Shockwave. Crowd control.
I don't think my GTFO is working anymore. I don't think it's working anymore. Ooh. More friends.
Shockwave. Crowd control. Crowd control. Crowd control. Crowd control.
Nailed it. Fucking nailed it. Oh shit.
Shockwave. Crowd control.
Kazam, Kazaa.
Shockwave. Crowd
Shit.
control.
That's the second shockwave. Hey, you know what? I agree with you. I'm gonna miss her voice too. And I don't know. I know Blizzard's, putting in their own versions probably of like DBM and bigwigs and shit like that. But are they gonna have anything like voice, I guess audio aids and stuff like that, or is it gonna be all visual? It's a shame. It's a shame. She's been telling me how to play this game for years, and I'm gonna miss her as well, my friend. I am gonna miss the Deadly Boss Mods lady. Let's pour one out. Let's have a drink. A toast to Deadly Boss Mods lady. This group can wait.
We will bury you here.
Cheers to you as well, Dashed.
Defensive.
Not escape!
Target you.
Audio cues, but they weren't specific about how it would work. Yeah, and I almost guarantee you it's definitely not going to be the same voice, so the point is moot. It's going to be somebody else's voice, something ridiculous.
Defensive.
Not escape!
It's not gonna replace what we're losing, and that ultimately is what's sad.
Defensive.
Not escape!
I know. Big changes coming, okay? But I'm reserving judgment. I do think that they're taking the game in a direction that I think it's a positive direction overall. I hope that there's not as many missteps as Blizzard is known for when it comes to making changes this big.
Shockwave.
I think overall it'll probably be a good move on some things, but you know, Blizzard's pretty notorious for some pretty major missteps. Guys, what the F is happening? All right, let me just get a touch of death off on her. It's curtains. Everybody's getting nuked right now.
Shockwave.
Is she gonna stay up there all night? Get over here. Told you, all I need to do is get a touch of death on her. She was gonna die. Ba-da-da-da-da. I think you're right. I think you're right. It's gonna be tough until at least the first patch for sure. I've never played Final Fantasy, so I cannot speak to that, Michael. I've never played Final Fantasy. Don't really have any interest in it either. It doesn't look like it's my type of game. I'm a WoW guy through and through. But hey, if that's what you like, that's what's up, man. I know a lot of people really, really enjoy Final Fantasy. It just doesn't seem like my jam. So I'm not saying it's bad or anything. It doesn't really look like it would be it for me. And you got to understand, I've been playing WoW, man, ever since the game came out. And it's one of those things that it's like part of me now. I don't think I'll ever quit WoW. I'll just take extended breaks. I will quit WoW the day that the servers shut down. That's when I'll quit WoW, most likely. I've never tried it, so I can't say that I wouldn't like it. I've never given it an honest try, so I couldn't say for sure. It just doesn't look like it would be appealing to me.
Crowd control.
But yeah, I will play WoW until they shut the servers down.
Shockwave.
I have been there through the highs and the lows and everything in between, and
Shockwave.
it's my game of choice. It's like, honestly, it's like an addiction at this point. It is like a drug. You know, it's pretty tough. It's just like I always keep coming back.
Shockwave.
But I'm also someone I'm heavily invested in the lore because, say what you will, despite a couple expansions kind of veering off after Metzen left, WoW's got a great story. I mean, it's got really good writing and stuff in it, really good character development, minus Battle for Azeroth and Shadowlands, where they fucking decimated a bunch of characters, but whatever. But I mean, when Metzen was running things and they were, you know, cooking with some good stories and shit like that, yeah, WoW had a great story. And I'm assuming he's going to probably retcon a whole bunch of that shit in order to make, you know, Midnight and the Last Titan work.
Watch your step. Crowd control. Watch your summit control.
Oh shit. Camera boss.
Shockwave. Shockwave.
Well, finally the priest decided to show up and do something.
Shockwave.
What the fuck am I doing? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm leveling an alt. This
Crowd
is
control.
my monk, obviously.
Shockwave.
Yeah, I did a, funny enough, I was talking shit about priests. I leveled a priest the first time in Legion Remix because I wanted to go ahead and wanted to level a couple things I'd never really played before. And I haven't played a priest since like Wrath, Cataclysm,
Defensive.
and I've never actually really played a monk before. You know, I think I made one when they first came out back in Miss Pandaria. But I never really played one after that, so I figured I'd level one through Remix. Then I'm going to do a Paladin. Now, I've already got a couple Paladins. I main Paladin on retail, but I want to level one through Remix too, because, I mean, come on. Obviously, everybody's going to play their mains again. I walked right into that shit. Everybody point and laugh. That's fine. We do this, right? We just take this upstairs. Let's go. I don't know if those other two dudes move, but Kazam. Kazam.
Knocking back.
Interesting.
Spread. Knocking back.
I don't know what it is. Everything's taking a little longer this morning. Jesus.
Knocking back. Spread.
All right.
Knocking back. Spread.
God damn it. I hate that ability that fucking makes you walk like that when you walk backwards. Hate, hate, hate.
Hold them off. You must prepare.
Admittedly, that took longer than I feel like it should have, but it's okay. Let's go.
Watch your step.
They come for you.
We could, assuming we can get these to pull all the way into this room here,
Watch your step.
which I think we can. All right, well,
Watch your step.
let's get that going.
Defensive. Watch your step. Defensive. Watch your step. Defensive. Watch your step. Watch your step.
It works better when you don't get stunned as soon as you get up here, but you know, that's just me. I got to play better. All right. Very nice. Good job. Somebody could heal me, or I can heal myself. No big deal. All right, we all ready? We crunchy? Fuck yeah. Good job.
You shall never have our world.
I like how this guy starts out calling us thieves and talking a whole bunch of shit, and then by the end of the fight, we're all of a sudden his champions. Pretty big switcheroo on his part. Old Kurt Talos. It's like, oh, champions now, eh? I see. You were talking some shit earlier. What's good?
I'm tired of this. Ravencrest. Husk.
See?
10,000 years.
Listen to this shit.
Not
Listen to how he switches it up right here. Watch this.
Now
You hearing him?
This is not my ancestors. Ilasana. No,
AOE incoming.
heroes. You
Heroes.
must defeat him.
All of a sudden, we're heroes.
Worthless mortals
It's like, we were like,
by the Legion. So
we were pieces of shit a minute ago.
to me, aid our champions.
Aid our champions. What is this? What's it? Your champions? Okay.
Watch your step.
Cannot comprehend that which you face, mortals.
Oh, crap.
Safe now.
Trash. Chi burst. Kazam.
I will count on it. Whenever we
Zachary, I appreciate the follow, my friend. Thank you.
will defend our world. Thank you, heroes. Great Vale.
I'm gonna start finishing all my fights on my monk with a little. That's what I'm gonna start doing. Really bringing it. Oh shit. That's right. We were mid-flight, weren't we? Hadouken. Exactly. That's a good call. Hadouken. $59. Almost. Got a couple things. I really want to fly into more of these damn demons, but I've got 3. Let's go turn in these infinite researches, I think, and then we'll go finish up this training and this other stuff. But we've got, first of all, let's put this over here so we can use it. We got a bunch of stuff we need to get out of our bags. We need to open some chests. And there's nothing more satisfying than opening a bunch of chests. Hadouken!
Change is good. Question everything. Remember,
Oh,
meant to
yeah, you think? Do some heroic dungeons. All right, Zachary, we'll have fun. Good luck. And I appreciate the follow and you hanging out with me, bud. Thank you. And have fun, as always, playing some WoW. And I'm sure you will.
one way to solve any problem.
Special assignments, special assignments. Look at all this special stuff. Ugh. The Violet Hold. Any difficulty of quests. Or we could just do Raid Finder. I think we can handle that. Okay, let's just do all the infinite research. Let's do everything. We'll do all of it. We'll do all the things we're allowed to do. If you want, Zachary, shoot me a DM on TikTok with character name or battle.net. Maybe we'll link up and play sometime, my man. Appreciate you stopping by.
Who knows what knowledge we'll acquire? Observe all that surrounds you.
Mementos. Ooh. Tis the only way to play the game. We're playing the game. Got some nice shoulders. Oh my gosh. The power. The unmitigated power. Oh. See what we got here. Checking stats, making sure everything's looking crispy. Crispy chicken titties. Okay. I think we're cooking with fire. And I opened all of my I think I opened all the chests that I currently had. We're going to auto scrap out all this crap. We're going to auto scrap it. Auto scrappage. Auto scrap. Fantastic. I think we've got some more. Yeah. Some artifactum sand. We should have. I don't know what my wife's in there doing, but she's watching something that's insane right now. Because whatever it is loud. It's really loud. It's really thumpy. And I can hear it all the way in. Shit! Oh, I gotta pull up my damn. Whatchamacallit. Don't stand so close to me. This will get everything lined out the way we need it to be. What's that? Weapons of Order. Let's read it. For the next 30 seconds, your mastery is increased by 9%. Additionally, Keg Smash cooldown is reset instantly, and enemies hit by Keg Smash or Rising Sun Kit take. All right, that's a fucking cooldown and a half right there. That's some juice. We need to be getting that off every time it's up. On cooldown is what that is. All right, I do have a raid finder. Which one was it? We just got to defeat Cenarius. So let's do just Cenarius. I think it was Tormented. Oh, we can't just do Cenarius, but we can do 3 of them. Get that knocked out. A Mjunk. It is a Mjunk. Yes, V. I am playing a Mjunk. I love how you spelled that. A Mjunk. Yeah. I tell you what, from what I can tell, monks are pretty gall darn fun. All right, I'm having a pretty good time playing my Mjunk. I leveled a priest the first run through of this. And then I was like, well, I'm going to do a monk now, and it's much faster. It's much funner. So the priest is just going to chill at 80 with hardly any power at all. I'm going to dump all my time and resources into this. I'm not in a hurry, though. We got plenty of time on Legion Remix. It's a human. It's a human. Human. Regular old guy. I'll tell you why. It's because transmog of any kind looks the best on humans. You know, that's why they always, when they're showing you a transmog, they always show it to you on the human race because transmogs look the best on humans. Oh, the priest is undead. The priest is undead. Father, can you hear me? This queue's taking way longer than I thought. Man or a woman? It is male. You writing a fucking book, man? What's going on? Now, I guess I'm gonna go quest because this thing's taking longer than I thought it would. Can I just use it on a dummy? Will it work if I just use it on a dummy? Yep, it does work. Oh, yeah. Where do I turn that shit in at? I gotta go back to the monk order hall. Lame. Appreciate the follow, little voidling. How are you? And thank you. Little voidling follows me now, and I feel complete. I feel complete. It's going very good. It's a wonderful Saturday morning. Little coffee, little wow. Honestly, probably couldn't get any better. I suppose I could like win $100 million in 6 minutes, and that would probably make the morning better. But other than that, I don't think it's going to get any better. Well, then it seems like you're on track to have yourself a good day too. If you're thinking about playing WoW, I can't think of a better way to spend a Saturday. So, yep, I think you should quit thinking about it, and I think you should start doing it. That's what I think.
We are a force of balance in a chaotic ocean.
As I have said, or as I said earlier this stream, and as I will always say, nobody ever really quits WoW. They just take breaks from it. Is there a faster way to get to this shit? Nope. Nope. You basically just fucking have to fly there all the time. What the fuck? Speak to this guy over here. Hadouken? Hadouken? Oh. Right before Burning Crusades came out, same. I am a WoW baby. I've been playing the game since its infancy. And I've never really stopped. You know, I took breaks, you know, this expansion, that expansion, you know, whatever, wasn't as good. I've played every expansion, but some of them I may have only played for like a month or two because it, you know, I just wasn't feeling it. But yeah, I have played consistently. I've maintained a sub. Let's say if I've played for 20 years, I've probably maintained a sub for 18 years. I would say probably 24 months worth of, so about 2 years worth of 20 years did I cancel my sub and not play because, you know, this expansion or that expansion wasn't it for me. Finally, it's always when I'm in the fucking air. I always get cues when I'm flying. I just want to point out, I'm one of the tanks, and I'm way back here. It don't matter. Obviously, it doesn't matter in Remix. People just run through here. I get my ass kicked right now. Am I going to have to use a defensive just to make it there? This is insane. I swear to God. Oh, I think a lot of people share that sentiment, my guy. Legion was absolutely one of my favorite. Warlords of Draenor, I think Warlords of Draenor had potential. It was executed poorly, and I think honestly they shot themselves in the foot with the garrison. You take garrisons out of Warlords, or you rework garrisons to where people aren't incentivized for spending the entire expansion in their garrison, then it would have been a fine. It just had a lack of content. There wasn't a lot going on in Warlords. It just had a real big lack of content. I think that was a problem. But aesthetically, and they also made a whole lot of their big changes right there in Warlords. So coming out of Mists of Pandaria going straight into Warlords is kind of like people are comparing what's about to happen in Midnight to what happened in Warlords of Draenor. They're making that comparison. So I think you had a whole lot of people that didn't like some of the changes that came across. You had a content drought in Warlords, and garrisons just did not. It didn't woo a lot of people. So that was basically the pitfall of Warlords. But I don't think that. I think it had a lot of potential. I think it had a really good story, and it had one of the best opening cinematics. And I think Warlords has the best login screen. If you take all the expansion login screens, I think Warlords has one of the best ones. It was badass. It's the Dark Portal, but it looks cooler. So I can definitely see people enjoying. You know, to be fair, if they did do a remix of it, it would be the opportunity to have people see it in a different light. I'm going to be curious to see if they're going to do a classic version of it, though, first. Mists of Pandaria Classic, I mean, it's got a little bit left before it's going to be hitting the end of its content run. And if they're going to keep going with the classic route, people will get a chance to maybe re-experience it, and they'll have that opportunity to rework it in the classic sense. But something tells me that they're probably going to eventually stop here pretty soon with those classic server versions. Especially, I feel like they're going to want to, if they're going to put a lot of time into Classic Plus, which I think everybody's kind of pretty convinced is coming with all the action that they've been taking against some of the Classic Plus, servers out there with, Turtle WoW, Ascension, Epoch, and all those. I think Blizzard's on track to probably release their own version of Classic Plus. And then you have the Classic server redos, like Mists of Pandaria is where they're at now, and then going forward. And then you're going to have retail. I'm wondering if they're just like, we got too many versions of the game. Did we go to the wrong side? I think we went to the wrong side. We did. Because I think I read somewhere or saw something where they were talking about they took a poll of would people like to see them continue doing the classic servers past, I think it was Mists of Pandaria or maybe Warlords, which just suggests to me that they're considering stopping that so they can devote time and resources to Classic Plus. But who knows? We'll see. And also, it'll just get to a point where those classic servers essentially catch up to where you're at in retail WoW. I mean, and then it's just like you're playing the same game twice, obviously. Because as you get to Legion becomes more like the most modern version of the game anyway. So you're no longer really playing a classic version of the game.
Strands of life have been severed. The dreamers must be avenged.
What a fleeting dream. Let the nightmare reign.
I mean, I definitely understood. Like, I know they're about to do Anniversary is going to be going into Burning Crusade soon, right? Anniversary Classic. And it's like, we just do this a few years ago? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like they can only rehash that so many times. Like, I get it. I know people are just like, God, I just love that era of WoW, and I want to replay it over and over and over. And don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed that era of WoW myself, but I've played it before. I'm playing Legion Remix. I'm playing because it's been 10 years since I've played this expansion, and it's also Remix. This is not a true re-experience of Legion. I mean, you get the story and stuff like that, but this is just a fun, steroided, bulked up version of the game that's just fun to see how powerful you can get, right? But I don't have much interest in going back and playing the classic servers all that much. Like, if I want to play classic WoW, great. I would play the shit out of Classic Plus because that's classic reimagined, and it's different. It's going to have new content, so to speak. but I don't have much interest in going back and playing the classic servers and stuff like that. Just because I've been there, lived it, did it, and it's not going to scratch the itch the way that some people think it will. Because I was a different person then. I was doing what the fuck? I was doing different things. So for me, I want to invest in what retail is going to bring and see where they take the game in the future. Because my opinion is they are laying the groundwork with all the changes that they're making right now to really kind of push for that WoW 2 experience. I don't know if they'll ever call it that, but I mean, I think WoW after The Last Titan is going to look, it's going to look way different than it's ever looked before. Now, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I couldn't say. But I feel like they're going in a direction to where the game is obviously more approachable to more people, because they're obviously going to start marketing WoW to a younger generation of players. All these kids that are playing Roblox and Fortnite and shit like that, okay, they want those people to be interested in their game. I mean, you figure the average WoW player is probably between the ages of 30 and 60. I mean, if you think about it, they're going to try to start marketing this game to teenagers again. They want that demographic of people playing this game. Why do you think we're getting housing? Why do we think we're getting things like that where you get to like put your own, you know, I guess, make your own mark inside the game? That's just my opinion. I could be 100% wrong about it, but that's just the way that I see it.
It is done. Cenarius is beaten, but my great teacher lives. Now I must focus all of my strength to cleanse him.
Oh shit, I'm in the air again. No, Legion did not have the dynamic flying. It had just standard old flying. The whole dragon riding / dynamic flying or whatever, that became a thing in Dragonflight. And then they were just like, well, we're going to put it in Legion Remix anyway, because why not? Yeah, no, you're not tripping, man. They so that's the thing about Remix. You know, Remix is like, yeah, you're still technically playing retail when you're playing Remix. You're just in an instanced version of the game, and you can't really interact with anything outside of that instance version. So they pretty much instance the entire Broken Isles for the most part. But, you know, we have hero talents. Like, I don't have them yet because I'm not level 80. But when I get level 80, I'll have hero talents. And that wasn't a thing in Remix either. So you're kind of essentially still playing retail. You're just playing a powered up, crazy version of Legion Remix. Can we please dismount? Thank you. Ishnu Allah. The door is locked. Then I reckon we need a key. So, oh yeah, I know where we get the key from. We gotta go get it from that guy. We gotta go get it from that feller. We definitely want, oh yeah, we definitely want that jazz. We definitely want that jazzeries. I'm just making up fucking words. We definitely want that jazzercise. What the fuck? We're gonna pull a whole bunch of shit. We're gonna get over here, and we're gonna start thumping. Here comes the thump. Ready? Kazam. Kaja. Kurtalos. Just saying words. Just speaking to speak. Look at them. Look at them all getting wiped. Look at that. You talk about an ass whooping delivered free of charge. Amazon Prime delivering ass whoopings. God damn it. You know, I'm going to name one of my characters Amazon Prime. 2-day shipping of an ass whooping. Do you know when Legion Fall and Argus Eternal come out? Oh, yes. Next week, probably. Isn't that... I think it's on a weekly... Or 2 weeks. It's 2 weekly. It's 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks they release... Legion Fall should be already out, right? Legion Fall came out this past week. So it's already out. Argus will be 2 weeks from now, I think, right? Did you, Landon? Found my class I wanted to play. Outlaw Rogue. Hell yeah, man. Dude, Outlaw Rogue. I'm going to tell you what. I was never very good at it because I could not work out Roll the Bones. Like, I was not good at it at all. But if you learn how to play Outlaw Rogue and you're good at it, you can play any class in the game. Because that's a tough one, I've heard.
See you soon.
I am listening. Farewell.
But hell yeah, man. You play the shit out of that Outlaw Rogue. I bet it is fun. See, it wasn't that it wasn't fun for me. Is that I just, for whatever reason, I couldn't get it down. I couldn't figure it out. I might give it another shot one of these days. Hell, you know what? I'll wait till they change it and make it easier in Midnight, and then I'll give her a shot. What does that sound? It's not crazy yet, but you wait till you start min-maxing that stuff, and you'll be topping the charts. I have faith in you, Landon. Dashed, I'm not really sure why or something vendors thing still read it out for those in Fall and Argus. I'm assuming maybe those things are just not available to purchase yet, or maybe it hasn't come out yet. Something recently came out. They just added in Nighthold and the rest of the Suramar quests and stuff like that. So they did release something. Maybe it wasn't Legion Fall. But yeah, I'm not really sure about that. I haven't looked into it. What are you doing now on what? Oh, yeah, I'm playing a monk. I'm just, leveling a monk through Remix. I never really played a monk all that much, and figured I'd give one a shot here in old Remix. And it's pretty fun. I really enjoy it. Yeah, you don't get to keep your gear. Whenever you transfer the character over, I think you get like baseline gear, like the same. I think you get the same level of gear you would get if you paid for a level 80 character boost. Remix is, like you said, straight up for cosmetics only. Cosmetics and mounts and stuff like that. Like, you'll be able to purchase really difficult to obtain mounts from Legion era. Like there's a couple of the ones that drop that are like they're like extremely rare drops. You can just buy them for 100,000 bronze. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy every mount that I can get. I'm not super concerned about pushing like the crazy high, like mythic plus 40 or plus 100 keys or anything like that. I mean, I might do that towards the end of Remix and stuff like that. I want to take advantage of the super fast leveling right now and try to get as much bronze as I can so I can buy as much mounts and transmogs and stuff like that. And then I'll probably do some of that other crazy. There's just some people that I don't know how the hell they did it, but they just got on here and within a week they were 740 item level and they're solo and plus 40 mythic keys. So Remix is very good for leveling up characters. Yep. Just a good, fun way to level a character. Much faster way to do it too, obviously. Do we have to kill Lockbar? Lockaber? Lockachirba? Lockachirba. Alright. We're gonna spin through all this like it's nothing. Got the big boy. Mirogu. Rogus. And here we go. I don't know why I rolled like that. It was a little cringy. And that's how you do it, folks. That's how you do it. The only thing you didn't like about Windwalker Monk is when you can't fully finish your Fist of Fury. Yeah, I'm playing Brewmaster right now just because I enjoy tanking so much. And honestly, tanking's the way to go in Legion Remix because you can do a whole lot of the content solo or some of it solo. And it makes Heroic World Tier really, really easy because well, I mean, you just saw. I mean, I can pretty much just pull whatever I want and I don't really have any fear of dying. And I mean, there for a while, people were doing all the Mythic Plus stuff on just nothing but tanks because they were the only ones that could survive it at the higher levels. So, plus I tank for the most part, and I'm probably going to always tank. All right, I might have gotten a little overzealous with this pull, but we're going to see. We're going to see if we can work it out. We will throw up a defensive or two, make sure we're getting all of our damage modifiers out. It was easy. I don't even know why I was concerned. They all died extremely fast. Instantly, basically. Okay, I can't take credit for that. I didn't realize there was... Yeah, that guy was here. That's why. I can't take credit for any of that because I know for a fact he's 740 item level. There was two of them. Okay, they shitted all over that. All right, cool. I didn't do any of that. Cool. Good for me. Good for me. Look at all this infinite knowledge. How much infinite knowledge do I actually have? 11. What the fuck? We gotta finish some of these achievements.
Myself.
How are ya? Off with you.
Oh, hello. Tell me of your travels.
Dog, why are you still in the cage? It's open. Leave. Ridiculous. Professional victims. Hell yeah. What am I missing down here? We gotta steal some Storm Brew?
Good luck, friend.
You know it.
Elune Adore. Be careful.
Ridiculous. All right, we're gonna pull everything over here and see what happens. Oh, that was a lot. I almost had it. I didn't get my and use my cooldown soon enough. That's fine. Stress test it. Stress test and ass whooping. We're gonna do it again. Only this time. Well, we don't have any of our cooldowns now, so. Well, no, never mind. Now this paladin's gonna come in here and shit on everything. What a guy. What a fucking guy. Am I right? I still might die. Just about fucking had it. Well.
Not bad at all. The stories were true about you.
Alright, we're still freeing people, and we still have to steal some shit.
Hello. A shark will
I was just about to get it. Impressive.
What's on your mind?
Yeah, that's the stuff. You feel better or what?
I feel great. What are you talking about?
If the effects wear off, just look for more storm brew up ahead. The Frykul love drinking the stuff.
How you doing, man? Lita.
Hero. Hey, Hero. Are you alright, mate?
Soul Gazer.
Hey, look, the door open.
Trifling creatures! Once again,
Nailed it.
you have disrupted my plans. I promise you this, monks of the Broken Temple. The next time we meet, you will pay for your insolence!
What the hell do we do now?
Be seeing ya.
Well, how about that? I feel like we need to... I know what we need to do here. Jesus. No, I don't think we run this at all. No, I don't think we're going to run that at all. Chi Surge? Hell yeah. Face palm. And then we are going to queue specifically for Violet Hold. Nope. And then... I'm struggling here, boys. And that way we knock out 2 researches with 1 stone. 2 research, 1 stone. While we're waiting on that Q to pop, we could probably put on some of this armor, feed the artifact weapon, open some chests. Bean. Surely this is gonna... 9 minutes? Fucking hell. For a tank? This is absurd. This is absurd. I'm writing a letter to Blizzard or somebody. Fucking somebody's gonna know about this. I don't know who it is, but somebody will know. Oh. So is it bad if your percentage for my mastery is over 100? What, on remix? No. No, I would say everything is going to eventually be over 100. You're just going to keep stacking stuff like crazy. When you get to wanting to do like the higher level content, you want your versatility to be fucking as high as you can possibly get it, but until such a time, everything else... I mean, my critical strike right now is at fucking 80%, which means basically every time I hit somebody, it's a crit. Just about. I don't even know what would happen if your crit was above 100%, because how do you crit more than every single time? Attacks that you don't even do crit. I might have to refill the coffee here. Yeah, I mean, maybe mastery is probably more of what a enhancement shaman wants. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. What is your secondary stat? I guess we're going to fucking Zen pilgrimage back to the Wandering Isle. Oh, is haste? Okay.
Stay strong in this time of unrest. We will not rest.
I don't think it really matters. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, I don't think it matters. And Legion Remix, it really doesn't matter at this point. I wouldn't worry about those things until you transfer the character, if you transfer it over to retail. Good morning, Yodis. How are you, my friend?
You are a beacon of light in the darkness.
Just woke up. I feel you. I've been up for a few hours, but I feel you. It's Saturday. Sleep as long as you need. Oh, what the fuck? No, I don't think anything being over in remix is going to be a problem for you there, Dash. Not at all, my friend. Twisted, this is Legion Remix. This is Legion Remix. So it is Legion, but it is just Legion that has been remixed. Got to bring some lunch to the GF in a few hours. Well, that's awful sweet of you. I'm sure she'll appreciate that.
There is more than one way to solve any problem.
What the fuck?
Change is good.
Was this a complete a chapter? Well, I've done that already, I think.
Our paths cross at last.
Eh.
Time is setting sail, not stone.
Excuse me. Pardon me. Fucking stop. Hard stuck if you want to play WoW or Battlefield 6. Easy choice for me. I don't play first-person shooters, but hey, you know what? You do what makes you happy and you play what you're going to have the most fun playing. Knock yourself out. WoW will be here when you get back. If that's what you want to play, then that's what you need to play. It's about feckin' time.
You are just in time for the Legion's first strike on Dalaran. These prisoners will paint the city streets red with blood.
Meow, meow, meow.
It's a shame you won't be alive to see it happen.
What? A flow of chi. I know, I'm not excited about it. Violet Hold is trash. But that's the infinite research that I got that I have to do Violet Hold. And I also got one that just says complete a group finder dungeon. So this is like 2 birds, 1 stone. Not today. Not answering any phone calls this early in the morning. What are you talking about? What is this ridiculousness? Oh shit, I'm not even paying attention. I'm sorry, guys. I'm here, I'm with it. I'm late to the game, but it's happening. I'm punching. Sorry, I was late to the game there. It's on me. That's on me, big dog. I've been playing WoW for the better part of 20 years, Yodis. Pretty much since it came out. I will say I did not play a whole lot in Classic. Well, as it was known then, Vanilla, the original WoW. I played it a little bit. I downloaded a trial version of it, and I played it a little bit back when you could download like trial versions up to level 20. And I played like 4 characters up to level 20 because at the time my parents were not keen about using a credit card online. But what ended up happening is that very next year, or the couple years after, when they released the battle chest for the Burning Crusades, So it was around October, I believe. So it was around holiday season, right? And they released the Battle Chest, where you buy, you know, the Battle Chest, you get the Burning Crusades expansion, WoW, and all that together. And right next to that, in Walmart, was 60 days prepaid game time that you could buy at Walmart, and it was a little code, you just entered it in. As soon as I saw that, I was like, hey, they don't have to enter their credit card. You know, this is back in the, you know, when the internet's kind of still getting stuff figured out, so they weren't, you know, too keen on it. But they didn't have to, because they sold the prepaid game times. Exactly. See, he gets it. So once I found out those were a thing, this was like late 2006, 2007, something like that. For Christmas, they got me the Battle Chest and like 2 of those things. So that was like 120 days of game time and the Battle Chest. And that's when I started. And my first character was a Blood Elf mage named Egamar. And I tell you what, dude, when I first started playing the game, dog. Love at first click, if you know what I'm saying. Began back in Cata in 2011. I see you've been playing long enough. You're a WoW veteran. Okay, anybody that's been playing, honestly, I say longer than like 8 years, has seen the game go through some of its biggest changes. Because obviously the first major change, you know, one of the first big changes or whatever was whenever they introduced, the damn group finder. You know, that was a big thing that took a social element out of the game, which I'm not saying it's good or bad or good, nothing like that, but it changed the game. And then as they slowly did graphics overhauls, Cataclysm was the first major change to the world, because for, you know, the first 3 expansions of the game, or the first 3 iterations of the game, the world looked a certain way, and then Cata literally destroyed everything. So, what the fuck's going on? Here we go. So yeah, I would say anybody that's been playing the game since, at least the beginning, or I would say, let's just be fair here. I say, because gosh, you know what? Maybe that assessment's wrong. I just realized Legion, what I'm playing right now, even though it's remixed, Legion came out 10 years ago, and it doesn't even feel that long. That's insane. Legion was like 2015, 2016. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Deathwing was a really good fight. Good God. That's wild. I didn't even... My time is slipping up here. I didn't even think... For whatever reason, in my brain... I guess it's because the COVID years fucking ruined it, man. Like, COVID feels like a fever dream, and that just sped the timeline up, but... I swear to you, Legion feels like it was only 5 years ago, but actually, in all reality, Shadowlands was 5 years ago. Like, that's insane to me. Yeah, that's insane. Now that I think about it, I feel like Legion was what we were playing 5 years ago. In reality, it was Shadowlands. It'll do that. I mean, you figure the game's been out for as long as it has. I mean, it's weird that we can sort of like use WoW's lifespan as a metric for important moments in our life. Like, you're over here like, well, I was in high school when this expansion came out. Well, this is when I enlisted, and then this is when I went to college. Like, isn't that fucking insane? I could be like, well, I got married when Legion came out. Because me and my wife got married was when Legion came out. I started dating my wife whenever Mists of Pandaria was out. So that's a metric for me. Whenever Mists of Pandaria was current retail WoW is when I was dating my wife. And we dated all the way up until Legion, and then we got married during Legion. That's wild. If I ever say that to her, if I ever tell her, exactly, Dr. Sparrow, yeah, this is all, the time is weird after, yeah, I'm telling you, after a while, it's a little weird for sure. I better not let my wife know that I measure the moments in our life based on what WoW expansion was currently live. Exactly. You know, that'd be a little weird, but you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, Yodis. I'm cool without having that information. You know what I'm saying?
Wubba lubba dub dub!
Excuse me. It is just like a height mark on the pantry door. That's 100% what it is. Well, I mean, WoW's kind of one of those games where it is a big part of your life, even though it's just a part of it. You know, as long as you don't let it overshadow other elements of your life, you can remember where you were at in life when you were playing through certain, parts of the content and stuff like that. And when I really think about it, I remember, whenever I was my first semester in college and stuff like that. Let's see. My first semester in college, I would have been playing Cataclysm. Yeah, I would have been playing Cataclysm in my first semester in college. And then, like I said, I met my wife during Mists of Pandaria. And we dated all the way up into into Legion, through Warlords, into Legion. And then we got married while Legion was live. Bought my first house right as Legion was sort of transitioning into Battle for Azeroth, right? See, I remember playing Legion in the townhouse me and my wife lived in for like when we were still dating. That's where I remember my little office that I had in there. I remember playing Legion, being up, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, having to get up for work at 6:30. Those were rough days. I was really pushing it back then, but had to get the grind going. You know what I'm saying? I was back when I could do that shit, man. I used to be able to run perfectly on 3 or 4 hours of sleep. Fucking could not even dream of it today. Couldn't be me. See? Last expansion you played when you still lived at home. There you go. Hey, you too, Dr. Sparrow. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. Have a good one. And happy gaming to you as well, sir.
Sooner or later.
You can't get away. You are mine. Don't look behind you.
Fucking hell. Thank God, dude. Violet Hold has got to be it's top 5 worst fucking dungeons out there, man. Yeesh. Oh. Right, let's turn in this infinite research nonsense. We think.
We will meet again.
Oh crap! I always like doing the heroic dungeons ones. They're easy to knock out really quick. Quest, kill demons. Well, this one it's like 200. That's only 75 demons. Here we go. Yodis, I got to be 100% honest with you, sir. I do not watch football. Not really. The only sport I was really ever into was college basketball because my father was a huge fan of the University of Kentucky. And University of Kentucky, when it comes to college basketball, they're kind of like the best or one of the best teams. So I was always pretty obsessed with college basketball back in the day. Haven't really kept up with it in a few years, especially since my dad passed. But yeah, that was really the only sport I ever really got into. I don't much, watch football or keep up with it and stuff like that. Yeah, like March Madness, we used to get into that crazy. Whenever March would roll around, so the room is still there at my mom's place. There is a room in the basement, like the den, which is where the big screen TV was at or whatever. It literally is done up all University of Kentucky. Like the floor is literally is literally Rupp Arena. And like it's all nothing but memorabilia from the University of Kentucky, a bunch of old coaches, and like there's autographs on pictures and stuff like that. Like my dad was a huge UK fan. Oh yeah, we did the brackets every year. The family would do the brackets, and I would do 2 brackets. And they weren't for like money or anything like that, but I would do the bracket of how I hoped things would go. So I always had Kentucky winning on that bracket, but then I would actually analyze the teams, and I would do a real bracket where I'm like, yeah, I don't see Kentucky probably beating this team, whatever, what have you, because Kentucky's biggest problem every year was they had these extremely talented freshman players. So they hadn't had a few years of playing together to learn each other. You still had a whole bunch of all-stars trying to be the all-star. You had 5 all-stars out there instead of 1 team. And that was always Kentucky's biggest problem is, yeah, they could thump in the early season and stuff like that. But, when it got down to playing against some experienced teams with some experienced seniors that had been playing together for 3 years, you started to see that come out.
Our endeavor goes on.
Mostly men's. We didn't really keep up with women's, but it was pretty much mostly men's. I would watch the women's games when they were on and stuff like that occasionally, but yeah, it was 99% men's basketball. Because I don't know that Kentucky's women's basketball at Kentucky was known for being a very good team or not. I just didn't keep up with it. Big into football, trying to get into hockey. Hockey's a sport I could probably get into. Not because I know anything about it, but because it just seems like they beat the shit out of each other a lot, and I always seem like that always seems kind of fun. It's like hockey and boxing all at the same time. But see, I feel like hockey's easier to get into if you live in a state that has a team. Like if that's the reason you're trying to get into it. Yeah, I feel like if you live in like a Midwestern, state or whatever, or more of the northern states that have like a hockey team or whatever, I would imagine it is probably, you get into it, you can support your team. That's another reason that I'm not huge into football is Kentucky we don't have a professional football team, So it's hard for me to have that like Ohio, they got the Cleveland Browns. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether they're crap or not, they're excited about having them. The closest thing we had was the Indiana Colts. Or what is it? Indianapolis Colts, whatever they are. That was the closest thing we had. And, it was never my sport. It was never for me. Admittedly, I tried to play football my freshman year of high school, and that was a fucking mistake. The Colts are popping off right now. Well, good for them. I'm happy. I'm happy that they're doing well, but at the same time, I couldn't care less. You don't live in a state that has an NHL team? So are you just picking one? How are you basing your team that you want to be a fan of? How does that work? I'd be curious to know. Holy shit, look at all that sand. Look at all the artifactium sand we got. Chi Surge. A blackout combo. It seems like that could be awesome. Lighter than air. So a buddy of yours is a Dallas Stars fan. You like their color scheme and their goalie is a stud. Dog, whatever. listen, whatever is your reasoning, that's your reasoning. And that's a good reason to like a team. I mean, I don't know how people pick teams anyway. Like, for the most part, probably 90% of people, I would imagine they pick the team based on the state that they live in or maybe a school that they went to if it's, collegiate. But then after that, what are you going off of? Probably the mascot, probably the players, maybe, I don't know, maybe the coach. Maybe it was a coach at a former team you liked and you'd follow the coach so much more than the team. Dude, whatever it is, you do you. I'm not really a sports guy. I haven't, I never really got into sports all that much. Like I said, college basketball was a big deal when I was younger. And I kind of fell out of it after my dad passed away and stuff like that. It wasn't really a big deal. And we don't much get into it anymore. My brother still keeps up with it. He still watches football and college basketball and stuff like that. It's just not really my thing. Now you live in North Dakota. Okay. So you were an Eagles fan. That's what I'm saying. Like, you originally from Pennsylvania, so naturally you're going to be a Philadelphia Eagles fan. Totally get it. My buddy, who lives here in Kentucky with me, he's an Eagles fan. Okay? I don't know why. I've never actually asked him why he's an Eagles fan. He just is. And he's real into football. And it's his thing. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he's an Eagles fan. Never asked. He's never explained it. He just is. Eagles, maybe it's because he likes the eagle emblem. I don't know. See, I have an uncle. Lived in Tennessee pretty much his whole life. He's a Minnesota Vikings fan. No idea why. He just likes the Minnesota Vikings. That's his jam. Do you know how you can start remix on an existing character? You cannot, Travis. You have to create a time runner inside Legion Remix. So what you'll want to do, I'll show you exactly what to do because I'm about to end stream here. So while I got you here, I'll show you exactly what you have to do. So what you're going to do, you log in, blibbity boppity bop. You hit create character, and it's going to give you this option right here, standard or time runner. You hit select time runner, and then that way you can create a time running character. But you cannot take a retail character and put them into Legion Remix. Cannot happen. Cannot do it. Skull, baby. Yeah, so I don't actually know why. Well, since you live up there in North Dakota, yeah. See, you guys go ahead and have your football talk in the chat there, because I don't know. I couldn't tell you anything about it. I know shit about it. I'm going to tell you right now, though, Travis, whatever character you want to create, dude, trust me, Legion Remix, you're going to fly through the content. Leveling is like 300% faster. Leveling is actually trivial in Remix. So whatever it is that you want to play, just jump into it and go after it, because you'll get to level 80 in no time. This guy, this monk who is currently level 70 right now, I started him like a couple days ago, and I've barely even played. I play a couple hours a day, so yeah, you're good. You'll crush right through it. See, look at this. Look at these guys over here talking their football nonsense in my chat. I love it. I love to see it. This is what I want. This is how I want to build a community.
Wubba lubba dub dub.
That's how we do it, folks. But hey, guys, I am going to get out of here for the day. I've got some plans for the day. I've got to, get ready, stuff of that nature. Got a Halloween party later on tonight. I appreciate all of you coming in, everybody in the chat over on TikTok, everybody. We've got Zachary, Travis, Landon, Dr. Sparrow, Twisted. Gosh, there's a lot of you in there. V, let's see, DGKGA, ZZZV. I'm just going to say your name because I don't know what that means. Mr. Cosmic, all of you, Michael Robinson, Dom, everybody that came into the chat and hung out with me today. I appreciate you guys so much. Dashed, of course, Yotis. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today, spending your Saturday morning, having a coffee stream with me, playing a little bit of WoW. Next stream is going to be, if I feel frisky, I might do one tomorrow evening. It just depends, but for sure the next stream will be on Tuesday. New stream schedule is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturday mornings. And then if I feel frisky, I'll throw the occasional off stream in there every so often. So we'll see how that goes. But for now, Peace out, guys. Take it easy. Have fun. Play whatever game you want to play. Love whatever sports team you want to love. And as always, take it easy and have a good day.
Wubba lubba dub dub!
And we'll catch you guys on the flip.